because they go back and they will repeal it.
So this is Parliament, members of Parliament, of course in a fisticuff with each other. Chaos in the chamber at the moment. There is large chaos. You could see the MPs, engaged in fisticuffs. These are members of Parliament, members of Ghana's Parliament here, engaged in fisticuffs here at the moment. So this is the situation here on the 20th of December 2021. This is the situation in Parliament. The MPs holding each other at the throats. The marshals are trying to separate them. But this is the situation here in Parliament. So this is Parliament, members of Parliament, of course in a fisticuff with each other. Chaos in the chamber at the moment. There is large chaos. You could see the MPs, engaged in fisticuffs. These are members of Parliament, members of Ghana's Parliament here, engaged in fisticuffs here at the moment. So this is the situation here on the 20th of December 2021. This is the situation in Parliament. The MPs holding each other at the throats. The marshals are trying to separate.
Well, that's how by a 12 common so and say quickly, you have a corner, Nimyan for John Jinapo, Adrian Common. Then we are back to studio now, yet Medi and Como. JJ, good morning. Upon to say, Boko, dear.
Canana, I drink a crap.
I did say, Muntimindas, about the understanding is that I'm paying 9 o'clock, Musa, Konamako, Tuamon, Coma, mood dinner so. But if you know better to Montino. The mood do we wake up to see that these pictures are what really is the situation. There na Cynthia Besama and Rashibi Jamusa Gidigidini who Atmasa Unity. There na see.
I don't have a celebrate. Mechia what you for now. Obakaya, 11 by a controversial kakra. A man Crawford take his side. Until now, your finance committee meeting. The first thing was to vote whether say you recommend the bill of approval or not in accordance with our standing orders. Yeah, you Adom no 12 of us we voted against. Now, yeah, standing orders no. Chairman, our president no. Unto me and voted. I just say if there's a tie, you know, Christian so MPP4 vote 2-12. That means there was a tie 12-12. And a chairman, then a casting vote, no. A vote to my MPP4. No. That means now a bedroom floor. Till drew floor, no, and I am say, Mentia Kakraba in respect of, say, young average standing orders, no, because usually, no, bill, but as you take a bill within 48 hours. But young standing orders, no. And my acquaintance says a bill, if it's of an agent nature. Agent nature says, if you share we can suspend the 48-hour rule and do that. But I don't know, your leader actually said, I buy pen 48 hours and guess what requested. And on a day issue by I'm the presiding speaker from an MP. To vote, voice vote, and I say, I is not have it, which means MPP4 now winning. But standing orders, no my own can say, or yes, I vote now, you can challenge the Debbie. So you want to the normal voting, your friendly division and our head count. So we opted for a division. And no later, no, or suspended, your wife, but tonight, and yes, say, or changing, no, at the bench, pray. And also, okay, any young to but or no, what you could no, or no, so back to a baby. The answer is a standing order. Let's say, once you are presiding, no, you don't have an original vote, which is clear. And honestly, there be honestly, MP job to be. See, yet to a banner or presiding, or yet or sorry, no, what to a banner. And known a day, Mentiat, Bimoko, Homa, Abadane, Penchim, a disruptive process. Well, we had to suspend sitting and then adjourn to this morning. We know because I could be a group parliament.
So before I remember, dear partner, and Adom Mope in relation to e-levy, dear Mope, what is the challenge?
Oh, the demand at that place was that Obian to Naba in accordance with the standing orders. But the presiding member, which is the speaker, no, had no role in voting. He got to a committee. See, there was no fighting there. There was no commotion. Plenary, so you twin and you I don't think there will be any issue. The main contention, let's say, the presiding speaker, no, Honorable Joe Sewusu, getting up from the chair to come and vote. And any problem, it's not even about e-levy. The whole thing is whether the presiding speaker, our chair, could name no. Whilst presiding, no, can he get up to attempt to vote? I think that is the bottom line. And so, e-levy there is true that we are against it. But if we go and vote and we lose, Ghana won a vote in the Parliament. It's not. There's nothing much you can do. But the contention, because yes or no, which means that subsequently, no, on any other bill, on any other motion, no. Whilst he's presiding, he can get up and come and vote. And for me, no, that is the issue that ought to be resolved.
But even with that, there are various schools of thought. A deputy speaker, first or second, almost representing a constituency. So it's only fair that honestly, the constituency who now in terms of baby Ojina was such a major national conversation. Well, I understand it's at court, but it is not for me to whether say yes, they have the right or they don't.
No, the standing orders is clear. Say the first deputy speaker and now a deputy speaker, while presiding, doesn't have an original vote. And I think that it's just like
Is the original vote different from casting vote?
Okay.
Different from casting, Anna?
Yeah, casting vote means when there's a tie. Then, because we will preside here, we are deputy speaker, and then you can also cast. Intina Mikati was a core committee, no? Sir Kokukwati was your MP. Kokukwati is the chairman of the finance committee. The year voting, he was barred from voting. Well, voting. It was only after saying a tie, no, and no, a man a casting vote. The voting committee, even though the chairman is a member of parliament, no, he doesn't take part in the original vote. He only comes in with his casting vote, which comes in when there's a tie. And that's exactly what we did at committee level.
So that's at the committee level, but over plenary the hundred year in Shani Yasronko because Monisha and Chile say, Bira Obefa, Akotna Kunya, say, oh, act as a speaker, no, Sa Quenya with media actor Abano, why you ask Aqueniano? That's it?
The same thing at committee. When you are chairing the committee, Sa Quenya now the first one in the Ira. And at the standing of this is clear a deputy speaker, while presiding, doesn't have an original vote. And in fact, if I had my time on this, I'll just quote that provision for you. It's in the standing order. There's no doubt. Say any standing orders. It's in the standing orders. In the end of the day, but I thought, Seminia, and BBC and the leadership would have discussed it before we get to the plenary. The politics, Nana, heat kakrawum. Intina, your leaders. I think, say, and none of our encourage, say, leadership should discuss all these issues in the room. Now, both sides, leaders, now be prefer say, you could share, you know, in your interest, no. This is how we want the house to be conducted.
But
the British speaker.
But Judge, as a matter of fact, do you think that more candy for more the ebu more? Because some of the reactions from some members of parliament, you know, it's not a question of your leader and poll. Yeah, clearly, JJ, forgive me, but some of the reactions from some members of parliament. Sebi, you cannot be sure, say, Ampa, you are candy for Emrasibijam because it be the money, no. Yeah, Nimrasibijam. Ya share Emrasibijam for sure, BC, and a pair Yakasaya. You've been there. A Sunni Bani be or attract gauge. Since when did we start attacking a year speaker Krakow year two blue in Ghana's parliament and a fashion from January? I know about Senko, not Bakusuba so few, now we have a sum. Now we don't know the next thing, what can happen in our parliament. Mr. Okwa said, more members of parliament, you know, they say, Mr. said, more qua, you check him, say, second, and I twa, and I two being Shamoana. Because where we are heading towards, you know, if you continue to describe this, minimum opposition, minimum say, pesa, and in Guasemona atomono. But one my here, one trini pages now. We are no penche kakrebisi ya debi. Ubi atadiate ya bo ubi ano ya tu ubi atu baby. Akunya ya peja akunya umashibijum ya tu tisedi ya deko baby no. And we cannot. This is Ghanaian, especially in relation to the August house of the land. Bia ya dia ni munyam ni tu miyama mo se momwa na montinetini o mine mra na esin to bi ombi ntimi papa ni ntimi fanko yanim. It's now becoming very worrying and disturbing.
I agree with you that we shouldn't get to that level. But let's also agree that we should learn to do the right thing, especially when there's such vested interest. You know, the question is that can the first deputy speaker, whilst presiding, have an original vote? That is the most important thing.
But if we have a difficulty in understanding that standing order now, what do we do then as an August House? What do we do? Do we hold on to seek interpretation?
And draw the speaker's attention, which we did. And if the speaker ignores it and moves on to another level, I'm not supporting that. I'm saying we should all desist from that. But I'm saying that in as much as all of it, including myself, we should desist from those what describing in let's also learn to do the right thing. I'm sure I mean, it happened in January, it happened again, it's about the fourth time.
It's not the best.
It's not the best, it's getting too much. But let's also learn to do the right thing.
Okay, may no baby, but I mean, crave your indulgence now. Wow, colleague, former MP for Ayensuano, some IP. I said, just a question.
Minim say
your parliament, your constitution, 1992 constitution, I ain't idea. It is a speaker be at your web, so the main speaker, and I say, oh yeah.
Unfortunately, Judge Otinika.
Maintaining calm, but I'll manage. So, Ovia, I'm sure you can just summarize it for me.
Okay, so speaker Tininchen.
Yes. Next, at your gum. That's a proceedings because no go contrary to our standing orders. Next speaker, there's a remedy to Supreme Court. It's a dentina, young king, Nasa Bibi Kona, and Kosan Yamara, young Supreme Court, and reverse decision.
Rather than approaching.
Rather than fighting.
Okay, so, Judge, simple, say, speaker Tiakunyem, Nasa, then she say, be cry, Nasa, no maybe a cost of Rashibijomono, and to the standing orders, Krana. You have another remedy. The remedy here is to go to court to seek proper redress or interpretation. Why would you not resort to that? Rather, choose to be fighting, exchanging, or
let it go to both sides. Let it go to both sides. Go and watch yesterday's video and tell me those who went to the speaker's podium first.
To protect it. It was to secure it.
Or people were running to the
podium. It was to secure the seat.
To secure the seat. Is that the job of the majority to secure the seat?
Okay.
Is that the job of the majority members to move to the speakers? Also, so the minority also went to secure the seat. If that is the securing of the seat, both sides went to secure the seat. I'm saying that both sides should not go to secure the seat. And I'm a member of parliament. No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't get there. It shouldn't get there. But honorable, it's true, sir. And you can go to the Supreme Court. But let's also encourage so that there will be no need to even go there. Let's also preach, say, look, if the standing orders is clear on something, don't just say, me busu we have amigo Supreme Court. I don't want to talk about Supreme Court here. I don't want to make any judgment, any comment, a very prejudicial and a very good judiciary for any massive. But I'm saying that MPs no. We should learn to do the right thing. I am not in any way condoning their course on run. I'm not, and let nobody misquote me and say, I am promoting any act of violence there. But I'm also appealing, say, in as much as we should move away from this fisticuffs and all that, we should also learn to do the right thing on the floor.
Why are too entrenched, both sides, Dodana? I think unnecessarily entrenched. Anna.
Oh, yes. When occasionally things may get out of hand, but like you said, it's getting one too many. And I think that all of us, including leadership and even Honorable Samaipemwa, when we are very experienced on the floor, I'm sure we'll chart a good path and resolve all these issues.
So what's your expectation this morning, 9 o'clock? We
ought to vote. But I think so before we go into the chamber, let's do a lot of consultation amongst ourselves. Let's agree on the way forward, even before we go into the chamber, and let the ground rules be made known to all of us. Now, you read chamber now. We do what is right and proper. We may win, we may lose, but let's do it fairly. If we lose, look, we lose gallantly. If we win, we are gracious. You can't always win everything in this world. But I think, sir, Mpensenpensemu, and then we'll put what happened behind.
Okay, so finally, Speaker Babin is sitting today?
I hope so. But even in the absence of Babin, Parliament must function. That is democracy.
But that's the challenge.
Jose.
That's the challenge because we are dealing with a hung parliament where 137. Not two no so more positions in parliament affect voting rights and are casting.
But that's the beauty of democracy.
But that's also where the challenge is. And only the who's work close to government quietly or they only to baby boko. Because baby I do not say a national issue obiania brace or maybe say the SSA cost more money. And
then suspend it Babin camps. If that yesterday we told them, if you think say Babin never how. And now we propose they said no, they won't agree, they will come and instruct. But even though the standing order say my way to know or better to be. And yeah, adjournment here thereby in the year choir year bonfire and kababin baby.
But people have raised issues about Honorable Babin. Oyariana.
He hasn't hidden it. He went for a medical review. Then you know, here, Parliament na me ko town. We pay me ko hospital ma go me pom.
Ya jeje Mr. Yenina yare, yenim se yare. Obi ya de bia hintaw. Ba me busa se yare no time say de ba no. Even how we are human, we also have cause to be too suspicious and doubt it. Oh yare me jitum. Ask me so me no kata agisi e. Me so code adokro me ama me twa me wonta. Me chi na
code akichi e. No, but Badwam hasn't hidden the fact that he wasn't well.
Yeah.
It's not in contention. He went to the hospital. Now when you're going to the hospital,
it's an interest.
There shouldn't be a because you're changing as there. Why are you now?
It's a new the old Kenyan says, Wama, as a parliament here, Juma.
We hope that Obeba. Say Wama as a parliament here, Juma. Say Joe is doing say Badwam's absence no will affect him. He should talk to the speaker. And find the speaker that Ben obey me aba. And nobody me aba na. No my announcement so speaker beba 10 o'clock. Speaker beba be a Wednesday. Speaker beba be a Christmas day. Intine MPs nyina yan sacrifice here Christmas. Now ada speaker beba na yametra se ne vote.
All right.
All of us are willing to do that.
Okay.
Even if it means for going Christmas, we'll do that.
Okay. I think on this note, Debia Dameka say, Mubu Enemokasa, we get a clearer picture and understanding. But all corners, Mesro, for a future common on both sides. Said what can options are so beautiful. Either says MPP 4 in say and they should suspend it, or Parliament should run, and it's a win or lose game, all in the interest of Ghana. Now, those shameful acts, Nadia, Adom, Mama Yenfa ended this year, not next year, no. Yankoye Juma, Ebeboa, ama both sides in Nano. Yeah,
that's the way we'll work with it.
JJ, Mr. Bidasi, thank you so much. Yate, John Jinapo, and Kebeko Kutra Ban, Sebekono, Mikum Yatrasi, Erika J. A Burani Daso, Machi, Buna Hofe, a Bunum Ranu for in waiting. A Bunu Debbie Attorney General. A Bunu Judge for Kumani Bia, the bit menu Ama Bunatima Conkai. A Bunu in dear phone are being fully on Yamidia Che. In your Bema, or my net is saying, Unyamia Dumboko. So never for this. Oh, I feel what I'm saying. Or when you come with them, I said, quite like may trouble or no one. You could try one. The bar begins a name, Comono. Baby, I also said, if I found your fan. I was here called Parliament. LKG.
Oh, that's it. Man can be crowd. Me, former colleagues will be the new year. I can see a church. We are Parliament 1 year. Oh, my, we have
Well, yasa by a 12 common so I say Mamencha Nana 1Z Nana good morning. Also Ajibra also shipping Mamencha for na Bruno Abeji Omonche there for Moso and Chason Konya. The Mama sense you should be able to say Eric J. I want to say Sazuna. Oh yeah, good. They be other men for Buni Passa. And you see, Sadi request Ujai. Or the credit say. Yen ain't to me because you're crying not ya expect your baby or say at a go. There be other Casama Okum. Me buy. That's the pressure That's the pressure. That's the pressure that's being created now, especially by the MPs
in the history of this country.
You know,
now the Danko Fadwa being I increase Ghana rules more than any other government. From Minister of Western
is it no? Many were decided to wear the Ukrum quite the same. Omuguso. Say they say Environment Minister I appeal to Newmont. Says a quino. Na omuntu one
there be adru hen. Me no what jo kwan wachi. Come away out there ban there. There be onim dey ntia me busan omodru hen fa.
So we can't confuse you, Baba.
Ukrom kwana na ya levels here the coach have be gusu na oye bia confuse you.
Me kwa na ko ni.
No no kwa the Chrome kwa bizaro.
Ama de anye. The Chrome kwanye.
And as all power 8 years went to my new Chrome.
Na say ntina mo say na de Ghana from Pamona.
Anyway, Abu Pato 90 mu kakra what do I hope? Ebre we no afa na ibi si fufuro na say ibi asi ebetimi da
well medical lecture wati na mechia ayesu anofu nyina na yesi wa parliament sese ne de me kodi parliament 12 years no ba hu bi da say you quote to the extent say member of parliament it mean nanto ko podium no so na speaker na kunya wateso we kukura fi ho e da bisi and kasada no you be named by the speaker okoyen standing order ma yakasi ya name MP bia say speaker name you cease to become a member of parliament. I just say it all goes through a process. Next speaker and the pardon. Say speaker go out to so. Unimati. Wo by transitional setup. You two ohina. You pija ohina ko. Hwe nansi me kuru oto ase ba bia mefi. Ohimi ya na ohina atwema nso. No ohimi ya nkrofo no. Akokukuru ohina na konwa no. E dia be hwe lord ko.
Ajay.
Ena chidom hene abe kukura akonya no e ga akosi nifi no waka kire o man ne se ayokofo na e di hien wo to ase wo se ahini no won pebie nti won antu ahini no ne mo nga kukuru egwa na e didi ade no abe to lord kwa nti mi chidom hene ba be fe egwa na kwatena mifi nti mo hwehwe oto ase hina mo mra mifi me na bi oto ase hene aya asem akopu echebi nti se wo yes mra hye begwani na ubuafu a seden
akonya peniti so
akonya speaker na ti so no utumi kokukuru e de be hwe egwanimu na speaker no betumi aya ne se oba abonten be pa achew ade a de sas a member of parliament no afaso ye refer no privileges committee e den na si bepem ne obi antehwe eninti se ene ebiasi biema when you ever so born bono pahine a oche ma se duase e for no se ye ka nipa e ma sa bone ni si ya sa pahine ye yi ni ma enye yi nti me de me get say speaker of parliament why the longest serving MP in Ghana. And I will go through all me who position what parliament are. The current speaker hold to be a parliament. Wabe minority leader, majority leader, wabe chairman of committees. Me I've served under him. I was a vice chairman for members holding office of profit. Why speaker back then was the chairman of that committee. Now because of his business schedule, and I report to him. The men now you're very close. Ya committee no nyakwa ma me ye bribia ya mako chairman say what directing me then I move on. Oh, you're a very experienced person. Sir, Emra no ye second deputy speaker of parliament, that is 7th parliament. So who sorry jira ho na wakasa no tie guama. The way are obe guide. The way obe direct. We a mistake obe me wako back. You go strictly by our standing orders in the Constitution. Who will say, yes, you are seriously under training. What has changed? Is somebody putting pressure on him? All kind of who said, Sir Parliament will collapse here. And collapsing me NDC executives, it is so. Only it is so. It's a mra, and nipa be the pressure. I to know so. Not the bad thing I know. Babina, me kase na me kasa of parliament. As an ordinary member of parliament, na me kita chairmanship position bia. Now say me kasa for 10 minutes. I spoke for close to 20 minutes. Na NDC for no fiasi raise point of order. I said, look, the man talking is making a lot of sense. I'm learning from him. I allow him to educate all of us. I was talking about transport and the rules of DVLA and all that. To what has changed? I ne obia be kukuru agua a wote so. O mu se na do ase wusu na na tie agua no se den. But agua na nya do ase wusu bia o. Nipa ye to abade se egba na ma no the speaker of parliament. It is obi abeku kuru egba abehwe abonten a ne obetuma ya ne se obepacho. Me bana me tie majority and I've listened to
John Jinapo.
They are almost saying the same thing. Minim in my 12 years experience in parliament and say speaker bit here gwem and now say leader be a majority leader but not your process be through the other people now go contrary to our standing orders are one to cherry Ubeka will be a funny Hansard in the record of verbatim of what happens in parliament. It will be sorry, no one raise the point of order. No one hands that not pick said it goes contrary to our standing orders. Into a year. Now what could Supreme Court say? Parliament a pass ye levy. Number also they pass ye levy 138. The 137 they passing into Supreme Court. Sir, I do a parliamentarian more reversing. And Supreme Court will reverse it. So why the blows? 2. Okay, so we pass it, say your budget. Now, on my hand, yeah, the tax be ever share appropriation bill. And your income and expenditure. Into tax now, the actual every year income and the revenue in the baba. Now, about your expenditure, into the ye levy, ever share appropriation as an income. Now income of you levy no what about expenditure. Now pass appropriation now. About appropriation act. Into what to mean say me a member of parliament. My pass appropriation act. You levy shame. Now bill now you the passing you levy. Now I bet to me my appropriation now balance and then the men pass it. It doesn't work anywhere. Once you pass appropriation,
you need to.
The passage of the levy is just a procedural. It's just a procedural because then you have to ask the head of government business to bring the appropriation back to parliament for its reversal. Now we say on fact Homesi camera. What the Homesi camera we so many 10 cities. We say we never cost 10 cities. 5 cities in J. Me oba we me the 5 cities man or the bebra. Abofana for 5 cities number. Oba we say we na only under 5 cities said when 10 cities. I didn't hear abofana for 5 cities number. It is a one passing appropriation idea. The passage of levy is a procedure. It's just a formality. Inti ada inti na wonum say one pass levy na ada no more pass appropriation na levy ni wo. You see, we are sir. Ebema nipa bia yemu bia ya dwene say you are just frustrating the government, no. Oh my amafu agiatum. It's a mere frustration. Now so we are speaker of parliament with all these years in experience. Now what tenants ya supervise and ya passing appropriation bill. Ye levy wom. Now so many people the pressure to so egwan kwatel. Musician ya oka baby na nsin.
Ampedu.
Ebo nyum. Na nyum na obo ero den kran kasa be hye. The cafe ketue ationana.
Cafe ketue
ationana. What you say? So we hear this sia. What tell ni wo hu?
Oye sia.
We hear this sia. On say wo ye bia wo ya ade bi, wo pese obi abehu.
Obi so tete.
Wo di ato. Obi pese ohun a. Say nipa ne be jon na ohun na, na wo ye no be jai. Into no so be tell no atwa ne a wo ye no.
Die na tete.
Into wo gwan akwata yo, me so me fi me seat no so
akwakota baby.
Ka fake to we ati onana. Na ni parliamentarians in both sides. They should read my lips. Ebi asipen. Oh, na MPC do how adwene. E na me bada me tie radio station. MPC na batwere enim guase akwaba. Me akoso nyina is making democracy, multi-party democracy, parliament is becoming unpopular. In the worst scenario, man is susumrem. Nyame mpangu man kwa chiri. Esi ni pemi ngran. Offer you. No, okay, parliament create that to say gbira. We say Ghana for nyina. Hey! Because you have already made yourself highly unpopular among Ghanaians.
the here mo attractive
my MP pen yen mu bi wo ha bosomo so kwa na usara ma ya obekwa parliament constituency na yedin it wan try that sa sisa kwa bi enka chiri nyame mpangu ebesi no sa da no bosomo so ne yentua ka o constituency bra wuntumi nko nti emra wo ya the beat of your party now person be soften will stand nani ya ka to asomo no enu nkwa na wo ya nipa na opiepia ho no ebi no wo nyina so financial ebi awon so kakra wo no na wo de akwa contest elections wo de abeta parliament afekura enya nso ya na hu ni a obenya na wo de akofie investment you have to recoup it
yema Eric
ye pia wa na wo ye very careful
Eric you can say Azubangani Mikwasa what you say Azubangani Mikwasa what you say Azubangani Mikwasa wallahi both sides this is what I'm giving them
when you break
mo bin chira wase na bo usasma meka no e asem
mama wi na ehia chiro na
Eric Ashasi zini wa Eric Ashasi
anopede mecha Adom TV ahefo nyina na memo obi aso afi shapa it could be say ene be last day afiwe mo meka sawa nti esra yankopon hira de mo obi a na mencha me ma melody na ono so nra ko su children so eni omo ko start ibu nya fashion nti baby mama obi a mecha na no pe amahene the see no it's highly condemnable. I don't think say obi a believe in principle obi no you fully support what happened, but you can't say me say if a law is unjust, a man is not right to disobey it.
If the law
is if a law is unjust, a man is not only right to disobey it, he is obligated to do so. You see, the person say we believe in procedural law. And until the House of Parliament, aside say constitution or honor, they go by their standing orders. Until okwa abanye juma bi emu upon say our constitution administratively near war emra edidi juma. And the constitution is supreme beyond. But constitution corner per article 11 and the mark those enactment ni na ba edidi juma. So ye kase ye the procedure ya there. We should go by the procedure. That is it. And Ghana, your major challenge. Me a young do, but per what I've realized, you know, ye nipa a procedure. There be it was a connection my bem. And connection my nyaba mu ape. And then as parliament I Canada. And honorable, I respect him, a nice person. You see, or kasana nanka men susu say, be free baby na ko baby. Na Ghana for 8 years. Omukito objective minds. Yeah, the omunim send this MPP. No more so pick it from there. This whole parliament tension started when?
And how?
And how? You need not to start from where you started from. What's in parliament 12 years? It means see that record. Our parliament 12 years now, dear no. Na minority ni majority kita hudie se na net emra na baben eye minority leader na our parliament no ni majority kita hudie net sen
odi ni ho adanse wa
yes emra obeye majority leader so a momo call opposition no ni mo mpanimfo ni kita hudie tesen eye leadership crisis in parliament from your party. Admit it. Yes, you see Chairman Sabonsu onye just majority leader or a minister for parliamentary affairs, you are interested in government business. So one show leadership, and when I put something on my wall, leadership is about maturity and wisdom. And you kasabro for maturity and wisdom. How you lead your people matters. Ye kwa to speaker kroyaba. Ye nim de si wa parliament. Ye nyamrashe bedwani oye deputy minister then the 7th parliament kra na the first time oye minister. Carlos Ahenkra. Obi ohwe video ni bia nim se che mensa na ball bi se ontwe ne ho na akwa no kofa papers no. Obi anim.
Ahode.
Me say o de anya sampo a yes ba me ne wo obia wo
he came across
yes and I'm say obia wo pan a odwene Adom TV ne join am
no problem with
yes
that but don't be emphatic
and I'm say okay according to me dey me hu ye no dey mu twa ye
na te said ye
na ya te said ye wo na o share obi putu pan say kofa papers no
na obi bado
I was so quiet for you respectfully yes me say
but he said ye
omahene ye tikroma adwene ni nyina ye adwuma but ye didi bia hye won sa na adwene se wo adwene mu dochen obi na otofo because adwuma ya wo ye ne opa fa ahoma so ka se wagya o chena ye benya obi but I know say oh your brand what build this show na do baby also consider your interest in station interest and baby a parliament ya build ya kodru no now also consider the interest of parliament and your party as well we know they happen the day of election yenya member of parliament e ma ne kofa ballot papers or di dwane wa nwene ho se na wo se ye to aba yi speaker so speaker in e ma chief justice ba parliament ansa yakwa swear your president in because that day ye ntimi anya yakwa so constitutional crisis they never thought of it leadership yene namu wa ne ba beduru ba bia yeduyo ena wotia se adan na obi a ono no koye se okofa speaker ko nwane yansem ono yansu pina no ya nkyere no bibia mana hu se he need not to do that
the cover ballot
the cover ballot paper na ye ne den
no butu ballot
owura na onim se ye to aba you see we started from somewhere let's be objective ye to aba Sene East okay to Tobato polling station owura na okofa ballot box na ye de ballot box no kosi tachima 3 days attention by no yan sentence ne 3 months nti Carlos nipa chance nipa no moja gu ni mu chen no and you are in leadership position exhibit something for we those coming to emulate
no Wadorma the comparison
you know
but more
you know
amongst position obuso
and you see I'm coming please can I make it a point you see obi a okofa sa ballot box no okoda mu be 3 months look at the tension on the court tachima state security apparatus move omukọ na omudidi na omoda omudifu we ne ko nya me no netua the course of parliament bia no allowances na omogene ho netua so you don't consider our interest you act anyhow you see I keep saying this honorable you are in the 7th parliament and anything make some problem in leadership and leadership is about maturity and wisdom because over 7th parliament now you 169 no some mentality na the chinipa odi chifa nipa so kono and what's what they call the 8th parliament because 8th parliament in 137 ba kunumpo na abeka ho no yenim de mu nyina mo de ye ne Ghana so onwe from the constituency 137 and it is not like it was in the beginning
you know 137
so as a leader
for minority yes I'm correcting it's 137 for the MPP 137 for the NDC and we have an independent candidate
and yes consider groupings in parliament by majority and minority
but that's what grouping is on your side but it's not your party
but when we talking about majority it's about grouping minority is 137
okay
majority is 138
so the American you know a lesson on munsuan
we should defend it
yes e be no here ne ha no you have to learn your lessons from where you are coming from I remember they said PDS sa fraudulent deal no and then Jinapo you spoke to Jinapo right and then Omanya of parliament they spoke on left say baby amoko ne where true but because of their numbers omodi ka no kwasha at the end of the day insurance guarantee cross say fake the whole Ghana it make a transaction na samai na amaye krata na your president or your lawyer Nana Danko Akufo-Addo your vice president also economic no and but we are starting that meeting because the fake guarantee the buy so then ye kasa as minority no so mutie side no bi mpo a and kanya ne say the PDS agege land bill aka bank account o mafa no and kanya ne say $500 million na America ban de bebo no aye fiasco na ne ye be yire Ghana fo yi kakra che botomi yi lebi antoko eba so what I'm saying today is what is happening in the on the floor of parliament I don't support it but your people should show leadership and the president himself is also a challenge to the economy now you see how he spoke in Kumasi I watched him
what's the president
you see masa nyese obi apese Ghana ni ho kire no. We are the Ghanaians. Ye ne tie asase so na mebo. Into aban bia ana party bia ba aban mu a your core interest in say oh ba matimemfo adi ana mebo.
Yeah, correct.
Good. President Kojina Kumasi say na no say ahokire aba Ghana and enye on the buy.
Was a pandemic. Ntimi fa for boarding mama.
Abi odi kan ka say ahokire
o say ogitum say
ahokire na no the buy. Na obetena so a pandemic na Ghana for complain. Na nema bo nkosro. Na ekosro no more spending reckless just sika no mudi ni basa oyi ministers 125 ni en complaining okwa senate ye created deputy directorship position but so bi obi agi be 30,000 ni en complaining cocoa board correct offices o mo create egu a nipa na edi sika kwa we complained but omo ntie and anne ya fall into the ditch and the president now the leader of the party in government no instead of you as a president to show leadership and even say a minority yene mu nyina ne omai ba ko ne ebu ba bia yedru no we need to togetherness said the be betimi dia front your mind interest in no the president was on the podium and o de kawa ba ko ahye ne nsa benkum ketwa no and ba ko hye nifa ketwa na ototo ne nsa kire Ghana for so almost any majority of parliament ade echa ye kwa pass 11 he should go there he should go and pass it. You see, power is not about arrogance. Power is not about arrogance. Master, if you get power, humble yourself. Some of the leaders in this country, omo kan masaman so omo benya leadership o. Omo track record na enye and omo rebrand omo ho na omo de aba. Nti as a fake currency na omo de aba. Omo de adwuma. Me say I'm telling you this fact free me ho na uni aketo an me. Ushi obi oye pretender, or ye poisoner than a murderer. A pretender. Pretender. Obi otimi ka kire se mema obanche na wa ma obahire. O se mi hu ye. Obi otimi ka kire se meti petrol so na wa tuma kodu soro. Obi otimi ka kire se cement ye 27 me be be from na 52 ushia se nipa na he's closer to murder. Obi o murder nipa.
Yeah, quickly. See ka obi o arrogant a. Emra Ghana fo ho kire wan Adam John Mahama. Okojina Kumasi ye nti obi a na osa no bu ne mu egu Ghana fo so. So we need a conditional. I been found out of it. Why you raising issues here? I'll say. Akoko search that call makra and yen fair because it is it's a sign of arrogance. Yet and I'm going to housing skill. And next Sika Moko insurance, Sika Mutu, I come back. Over 360 something million. Let me tell you something. But make it be Joe. So we can say, Obi and Panishe, Carlos, you that day not Obi misbehave, whatever you can quote and quote misbehave. So, on far ballot to be two ballot papers. Never be in a course. That night, now, whatever you speaker. And never mean. Obi a speaker, no, sanction Ben and semi pana a misbehave or honor. What with the man? See, I can leadership crisis. I won't lead with wisdom. Send your Canada and name speaker by me. Because so you'll be and Papa Pagana for you. I only deal with wisdom. And follow up with sessions. Yes, and apart from that, and I can never crown or by sister say, I will set to make sure say these things will not happen. It is a will be a see, and yet we have walk of parliament. Papa who said majority leadership, minority leadership, one more limitation. The speaker is all in all. It is a parliament is in crisis. Not only power or creates our crisis is the speaker of parliament. Because so we will be only deal with wisdom. We will be a Nyansan Wakusia our parliament for 20-something years, over almost 30 years in parliament. What the year when I the leader, I can never whatever it is over city. Speaker a majority leader could frail. I can't just say this is the situation one for be call. No two in the coffee. He's creating the confusion. It won't mean if I blame the majority leadership. You can't blame the minority leadership. Yeah, and several times, let me say, sir, minority leader. I appeal to members, honorable members on both sides, resume your seat, and they disobey him. Not Satan, not speaker now. You have to Obama and say, or you the leader, the whole house, or down said, Guamtina in no way. Nowhere to Nikakufi. It is Yaka will be only deal with wisdom. Now it is the majority leader. Sorry, it is the Speaker of Parliament. It in the can say, Speaker of Parliament, you know. So, Obi na the pressure to know so. And I misbehave with ya. All who say, Nidim and the Ababo. It is said, on to me, and who say, send your Parliament equal situation with me and Matinase. na asumdwe emra because once our pass appropriation you live is part of
it's part of it.
We are done it's just a mere formality to go into all matters. Now NPP for and majority for no enya 1138 na minority for no so enya 1137 ni anto aba na asumdwe emra na parliament into me college.
Wrap up now.
Debate in the crime.
Era KK Sapo. Your friends KK Sapo. There is only two other bits. There be a regional minister and then State House and Corporation boss. Dr. Sapo.
Dr. Sapo.
Yeah, Dr. We are also at Ochiao. Also Ochiao.
You see, my earlier submission was about leadership. On my day na Parliament, tension no buy no. Na minority ni majority no. So no more omu leadership omu lead in the said battle meboa. Parliament na ni any speaker ana meboa. Enti say ya to abawi na yesi will be president Akufo-Addo ballot box will be fire. Nti ye declare ni winner no. E was say president Akufo-Addo kwachi nipa no punish no. What be that?
No. You have to obey me. Let me talk. You have to obey. Now say obi misbehave. President na be win no. Ono mo punish ni man obi. And I want to know.
American say ye koto aba. President Akufo-Addo so aba na yes. After no onye president. And obi ko fa ballot box.
And we win aba president.
And President Akufo-Addo anwene. Nti we say was President Akufo-Addo na kwache na punish no.
Yes, under his watch.
Ghana for that was
no. Because we
because Ghana for him send any speaker. But no person say speaker a proceed. But Sata muhu kwande asrafo e ko scatter parliament. You see the logic. Let me tell you something. Honorable.
Yeah, but to Shaba as a speaker. Nipa bia ye anyamo ebi de won na abutubutu. Manufa na say ya to aba na wie no be speaker. I say we go back. Committee global set committee say let us probe what happened during the election. That's not okay.
Manufa Eric Koso.
Speaker and Kaso ultimate the motion buffalo.
Want me for motion buffalo.
Maybe so when I parliamentarian.
Speaker to me, personally to me move.
Good.
But he can direct.
You see, let me tell you something. Let me tell you see why I'm asking. Me, I'm not a member of parliament. Listen, let me talk.
Speaker move.
What man Kasao? Koso Eric.
I'm saying, what is some question? I have to answer him. But Speaker can direct to say a committee should be set up.
Let me leave. What happened yesterday? Ni nyina ye leadership na. You see, speaker here and there, mo say mo friend the phone so a won fai. Oko Dubai na mo friend. Oko Dubai yetia, e na mo be kasa abonten say mo de ne sika o de kosa no ho yare na beto abonten. Oba mo ko challenge. Nya no mo na mo. Speaker ya speaker honorable. With all due respect.
No. What say speaker called your friend intino oba your friend on fa. And how about say because Dubai man friend intimo resign. Period.
Money wrap up.
Because you are serving Ghana not MPP
speaker ya party. Yeah, can asem. Ono an ekotena ase a. O take decision a Joe Wise ne yansam nyina mu osan ko revoke ana akoye den okọ bogu ye den de buy. Eti no ade na wanye the same thing. So that's no onye speaker. Like that. Me say, I'm telling you something. They should dare. The Joe Wise here now. They should dare something. Joe Wise on Kotoaba. On Koba to Pepe. And not to you know. I come back to Pepe. I don't want to. Now, what say? But Jada, you see, earlier, and minority is not stronger in majority in parliament. I don't support yes, you know. Some of us don't support some of these things. Never happened in parliament. But some now. Parliament. 137. You feel no ever pass. Copase. Anyone. Ever cap operation. Anyone need to program. What you should walk up. Oh my God. Who pass it? Who pass it? Sikashe nipa bottom and connection man for other networks. Let me tell you. Emra, Yesika, and this is the van. And this is the van. 1.7.